I'm really hoping and praying that some kids see this, or adults or parents. If you're reading this, if you're watching this, please don't skip for a second. Just listen up. Okay. As a person who's gone through addiction and mental health myself, I want to make it very clear that we must speak to our kids and tell them stories about people who have gone to a party and a friend gave them a pill and they died. I saw a post. The boy was 15 years old and he took a fake pill, which he thought probably was like Percocet or ecstasy or something, and it happened to be fentanyl, and he died. So his first time ever trying drugs, which is what his friend said, and he died. So I'm going to tell you guys something. Please, please, if I have a platform to talk about anything, I'm going to have to stress and address this because people need to hear it. Tell your kids. I have conversations with my daughter about drugs often where I tell her like, oh, I was at a party once and this girl took a pill and I ended up, and which is true, I ended up having to take her and put her in a cold shower because everyone else left her there to die. They didn't care. Her own friends left her there. I have driven girls home that I didn't know and saw their license and taken them home and be like, your daughter was at a party and she was drunk, so I'm just bringing her home, making sure she's safe. Many times I've saved people like that, and I'm not saying that to boast. I'm telling you because their friends left them there to die. They didn't even care. And I didn't know this girl. If it wasn't for a stranger being kind, even a girl being drunk, God forbid, you can get taken advantage of, something can happen, or worse, you can die. So I'm asking you to please have these conversations with your kids about prescription medications, about drugs, about when you go to the club, don't have a drink from somebody. Please have these conversations with them because when I was younger, it's crazy because many of whoever you are, you probably had the same thing happen. Family members dying of overdoses and stuff. And that happened in my family, but nobody ever spoke to me about it. Nobody was ever like, don't do drugs because of this. And when I got older, I tried them. And for about 3 or 4 years of my life, I became strongly addicted to Percocet and to opioids. And it's because I had no knowledge of how addicted they were. And I didn't realize I was addicted until 2 years later. So I'm giving you guys this message because it's very important. Please pass this along to your kids. Let them know that there are kids dying because they're taking fake pills and people are... even weed is laced today. I'm just going to say it. I'm not saying that I don't smoke, so I have to stay away from drugs, period. But please talk to your kids. Yes, my dog is confirming. Please talk to your kids, talk to your friends, kids. If you get a conversation with your friends' kids going, let them know about your experiences like I do with my kid, and I let her know all the time. This is so important. Anyone who has a platform, we got to talk about this type of stuff because even mental health, mental illness, if your kid is experiencing depression or they feel sad a lot at school and stuff, give them a break. Keep them home for a week. Let them get their mental stability back in check because school is rough today. It's not like it used to be. Kids are up in school. Like they are really, it's bad right now. So I know this sounds like, but it's school. They all have to go. I get it. I get it. I'm not stupid. I understand school is good. Education is good. It can be good. But it also could be very detrimental to our kids' health and mental well-being. So please have conversations with your kid. Ask them, are you okay in school? How are you doing? You know, how's your friends? Is everything all right? Ask them questions and get detailed and specific and tell them they can trust you. Talk to your kids and don't lecture them. Listen to them. Because I listened to my child and she told me she was very depressed at school and I had to keep her home for a little while because of the way she was feeling at school. And I listened to her, and instead of being a mom and being like, you gotta go to school and that's that, I get it. But please do us a favor and do your kids a favor. Listen to them, ask them questions today, tomorrow, sit with them and say, how is it going? Like, you know, what are kids doing? Because at the age of 11, 12 right now, what I've witnessed with people and friends and kids, where one girl went over her friend's house, 11-year-old, and stole the mother's pills from the cabinet. While the mother was asleep, she snuck in there and stole the pills in front of her while the lady was asleep. Kids are not the same today. It's not like before. You know, I gotta say, it's just getting more and more progressively worse with the music in the schools and all that. And I know it's always been like that, but now it's just on the internet. We all could see. But I know those of you who know will know what I'm saying. So please speak to your kids about this. It's so important. It's so important. My right eye I got heat in my right eye. This is a very important message to pass down. Talk to your kids. Speak to them and ask them questions and let them be able to talk to you without lecturing them. Don't get in their face like, and tell them, if you're a kid, you're watching this, say, Mom, I need you to just listen to me. Can you listen to me? That's all I need is for you to hear me and my feelings, because just because they're kids doesn't mean they don't have feelings and you know everything and you're the parent, and that's not how it is. Remember when you were a kid, you knew more than your parents gave you credit for, right? So think about it the same way with your children, okay? I'm sending you love and light. This is an important message, PSA, whatever you want to call it. Pass it down, pass it around, repost, whatever you want to do. Just please do me a favor and just listen to the message and use it for your highest good. Thanks.